60% Korean, 40% Western.
I'm adopted, so I don't really know how much Korean I actually am.
I'm definitely American. Let's say someone put a gun to my head that you had to be either Korean or American starting today. You can only call yourself one. It would probably be American, to be honest.
I think I'm very Korean. I think it's a very core part of my identity.
Oh, and I like kimchi. I like kimchi so much more than my mom.
I want to say Korean American, but you also have to understand that when other people view you, they don't see Korean American. A lot of times, they see Korean.
I think I disassociated myself with being Korean during that time. But then now that I'm older, and I don't know if it was moving to New York or like living in Chicago for a little bit, like you notice people are very proud of where they come from and it's something different about you. So now I'm trying to more embrace my Korean culture. I'm trying to learn Korean, hopefully soon. Trying to eat more, cook more, yeah, so.
I think first generation, you know what's right. You don't have to question as much because you just go the Korean way. But then I think in second generation, you have to think a lot more about which one you're going to choose.
First generation, they don't get to pick and choose. They're Korean, trying to live in America. But I think, we can be Korean when we want to be, when we need to be.
I don't really try to identify myself as just one. I think if I try to do that, it's going to be hard for me to find my own identity. I always try to have this dual thing, like I want to hold them both together.
Even though I don't speak Korean, and even though I may not be culturally Korean, my heritage and my ancestors are Korean. And I know I carry that identity with me.
You can't forget who you are and where you came from the way, way beginning. Because every ethnicity started somewhere. And even though you're like the 5th generation and your parents don't speak Korean at all, I mean, you're still Korean.